On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
But the thing is what we're seeing on YouTube, where we're not able to say certain things, or certain people can say certain things. So you have to be on certain sides to say certain things. You have to be in certain tribes to say certain things. So now that the context of it, alleged to what he was initially putting out, is that he was going to actually make Twitter fair again. And then whether that happened or not, we'll have to see it. But with you looking at that, a lot of times we don't care about it because we're not the ones being censored. But once we ones being censored, we get our platforms taken down. Then we want to cry wolf. But you know what? We've been seeing the Donald Trumps, these different individuals, just immediately get purged off of Instagram. Then Charleston, I mean, and it's even black purges. Charleston White just got purged too. I mean, that's your boy Anton. Didn't he almost go through somewhat of a purge?
Elon Musk plans to lay off nearly 75% of Twitter employees once his $44 billion deal for the social network goes through. That's what's being said out there. You guys hear about that report?
Yeah, I heard it.
Heard about it? All right, Logic. I know you heard about it. I don't know if you want to elaborate on it, but go ahead. Is it trivial or big picture, and explain why?
Oh, big picture. Way big picture. Everybody know Twitter. Twitter have been pretty much it's been the catalyst for the left on political arena for since Donald Trump ran in 2016. So, and they've been proven, they show their bias. And I think at one point in time, Elon Musk was a leftist. So this show you a change in the political tide, that people just getting tired of being told what they want to be told by these social media platforms. So by him saying, hey, look, you know what? I'm finna do a purge. I think that's excellent. He need to purge it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guarantee you it's like 75% of terrorists that he gonna get rid of, because guess what they've been doing? They've been terrorizing our community. They've been telling us what we want to see. They take down stuff that we need to see. And then it's time that, you know what I'm saying, we get a Twitter that everybody communicate in. It's not biased. You know what I'm saying? You just put out the news. You do what old news used to do. Old news, social media used to just put it out. They used to let you decide what was best for you. So he need to purge it. He need to do more. Actually, I think he need to get rid of everybody. But that the reason he won't do that, because it's not feasible to run that infrastructure and get rid of everybody. That's my thoughts.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to you, Trill. Then I'm gonna go to one of the ladies. I know you said you had some insight on this, right? You heard about it?
Yeah, man. I honestly don't think it's gonna make that big of an impact. If I'm be honest, Twitter's a free fall. I've been on Twitter since '09. I say it on these platforms all the time. I'm class '09 Twitter. And anybody that was around back then know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a free fall for all ideologies, all political views, whatever the case may be. So I think him laying off a lot of the staff, I don't necessarily see how it'll change it. If he's making that move, it's probably because he feels like he can run it in a more efficient fashion. Shit, all we done never asked for on Twitter was to edit tweets that we done posted already. We can't even get that. They done took away our chronological order on the timeline. We've been asking for that back. We can't get that back either. So, you know, if this change is going to update the user experience, I'm all for it. And if it has any type of weight, I think it will point to, in terms of like impact, I think it will point to Elon's, you know, urge to like monopolize, you know, the market in as many aspects as possible. I think that's more of a concern than, you know, the actual user experience on the app. I don't think the user experience is going to change too much, if I'm be honest.
All right. Again, if you are participating in the chat, make sure you put a T if you think it's trivial, or B in the chat if you think it's big picture. All right, go ahead, Siobhan. Since you came off the mic.
Yeah, I definitely think it's big picture. And if you really think about it, if I'm not mistaken, Twitter is located in, or I guess the hub is in California, right? Which is in the Bay Area. And that's going to take away a lot of tech jobs for a lot of people in California. And that's going to be major, not even just because of the traffic, not because, you know, people aren't going to have, they're not going to have anywhere to work. They're going to, like, thankfully, California is really big and they'll actually be able to find another job. But this is going to hurt a lot of people. And I think it's I mean, it might be a good thing that he goes in there and kind of purges them out, but I hope he gives them some type of incentive of some sort because he's getting a 44, million, billion, however much it is, deal. And hopefully he gives them an incentive, enough money to be able to get by until their next job.
No, that's how much he paid for it. So he bought it.
Oh, he bought it.
Yeah. He bought it.
Well, hopefully they who own it now, hopefully they help him out. Yeah, it's big picture though.
Big picture. All right, Coach K, coming to you. What are your thoughts about it? Trivial, big picture.
I think it's. Can we choose both? Like one aspect is one. Right. I think for the employees, yeah, it's gonna be big picture. That's gonna change their life. But at the same time, I don't care. They've been enjoying the luxury of a one-sided social network. But I also think, and you also want to treat the root of the problem, and I would consider these employees the root of the problem. They were hired during this time, whenever, and you can't just treat symptoms. And I would consider them as such. But at the same time, I'm not holding my breath on Elon. I think he's a very an accomplished entrepreneur and innovator, but at the same time, I don't know if it's going to change anything. So I guess trivial. You're muted.
We can't hear you, Gerald.
My bad. Carmen.
Can I add some context, Gerald, though?
Go ahead.
The thing is that we never saw censorship like this until it started with Twitter. Social media used to be a free fall, and we never saw one-sided censorship. So the thing is, I understand, like what Trill said, that the whole the user, as a user, I agree. I think it shouldn't do never get better as a user. But the thing is what we're seeing on YouTube, where we're not able to say certain things, or certain people can say certain things. So you have to be on certain sides to say certain things. You have to be in certain tribes to say certain things. So now the context of it, alleged to what he was initially putting out, is that he was going to actually make Twitter fair again. And then whether that happened or not, we'll have to see it. But with you looking at that, a lot of times we don't care about it because we're not the ones being censored. But once we ones being censored, we get our platforms taken down. Then we want to cry wolf. But you know what? We've been seeing the Donald Trumps, these different individuals, just immediately get purged off of Instagram. Then Charleston, and it's even black purges. Charleston White just got purged too. That's your boy, Anton. Didn't he almost go through somewhat of a purge?